you doing? Welcome back to Feral Art. Let's paint. Okay, all my colors will be in my description box. Let's just get this done. Let's just get this base coat down. This idea called for a super rich, earthy color, so I chose this permanent maroon with that in mind. We're going to make this one horizontal instead of vertical, which is sort of a departure, kind of. All right, we're just going to paint. So the idea that I had for this painting was to sort of use the vision from the eyes of a child. When you're little and you get real close up to things and you look and you really notice the details and different things about an object, everything is close, much like a macro photo. And so that was what I went into this painting thinking about, was if I was a little kid and I got up really close to a bush or a tree or a plant and looked at it, what would I be seeing? And how would I see that as a little kid? And what would the wonder be? And why would it captivate me? So those are the things I was thinking about when I went into this painting. As you can see with this bit that I'm doing right now, the white went down first. And again, the reason we do that on a dark background is so we get our colors. If you just put your colors straight down on that dark background, it's going to be muddy. You're not going to see what you want to see. You're not going to see your colors the same way that you do when you put the white down first. And blowing this out, you can see as I'm blowing how those colors spread on that white, and you can see where it gets off of the white, how you get a lot of that base color. So it's a nice mixture if you can get some to blow on the white and some to blow on the base. In this painting, I used the gold where I would have seen the wood of the plant or the bush or the tree as a kid. I wanted that sort of solid but still detailed idea of like bark. And being a close-up, I wanted to see that bark weave in and out between the petals that I was blowing. So that there's always a reason to do these things, and if you go into it with an intentional idea, you can work with your ideas. Here, I'm just trying to get more of that detail within my wood bark idea that I had to begin with. Just blowing out to get a little more detail. With my original plan of a macro idea of one part of one bush, I decided to use all the same colors in each one of my blowouts so that we truly get the idea that this is one plant. All of the blooms are the same color, on the same wood, on the same background, just like a close-up. Nature actually makes our job a little bit easier when we're blowing these out because no two flowers are ever exactly the same. So you don't have to worry about trying to make your blowouts look the same. This is where that just a little spot of realism is fine. You don't want all your flowers to look the same because in nature they don't. They all look different. Even on the same bush, on the same plant, on the same tree, they're always going to be different. So when you're blowing out your flowers, don't worry about making them all look the same because number one, you can't. Number two, you don't have to. So, don't worry about making them all the same size. They're not all the same size. Let your perspective work for you. This one's a little further away than the one in the middle, and that is perfectly fine. And while you're blowing, just use this opportunity to blow off any extra paint. And the beauty of doing this is when you want to change directions with what you're blowing, just turn your painting around. I stood there for a good, a couple of minutes trying to figure out how I was going to make this work so that this flower would go a different direction without dipping into it or whatever. Just turn it around. Honestly, is the easiest way to do it, and it works great. Alright, I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time. Seems like it anyway. Just going to do the one side. This is my cheap white spray paint. Okay, wet results. Did not really want this to look like hydrangeas, and I don't think it does. So yay for that. I wanted it to look kind of like a close-up of how you get up really close to a bush to look at it, and the limbs are like right there, and they're very predominant, and then the little buds and flowers and stuff are also right there, very predominant. So I think I kind of got that idea. So, the last thing you saw me do was spray paint on this, and I did that because, sometimes you're standing in a sunbeam and you see the motes float by, little dust motes. It's kind of what I wanted to catch just in this one part. So, here we go. We got all kinds of neat. This Nick Pro Metallic Gold makes a really good CA, just saying. Just in case you might be interested. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to get a cross section of like a piece of a bush of some sort with some crazy flowers on it. I really like the way these paints blew around. That makes me supremely happy. I work pretty hard sometimes to get some of these effects, like these twists. You just gotta, you gotta fool with them and play with them a lot before you can ever get them, and sometimes I still can't get them. So anyway, here are our little flowers. I like them. They're wild looking. Looks like something you might find out in the middle of the woods when you're camping. Some kind of crazy thing that you're like, what in the world is that? I don't know. So yep, there we go. Hope you like this one. Let's go look for sparklies. Okay, our sparkleties are still showing up on this corner, even though I misted it with the white spray paint. Pretty cool. However, you'll notice they do look a little filmy, which is cool because I wanted that sort of effect on this corner. Look at that gold. Like I said, you guys, Nick Pro Metallic Gold makes a kick-arse CA. That's exactly what I was looking for in this corner, was sort of that diffused light dust thing. I think these paints all worked really well together. I changed my mind about colors about 3 times in the last 30 seconds before I started mixing paint. So that's always interesting. But yeah, I think this turned out really cool. I wanted the gold to be more predominant in this one. I wanted it to sort of symbolize, the wood of the bush or the tree. And yay, I think I got that. But look at this. Look at this lacing, you guys. And you know, half-ass blown out. I blew out the flower part more because I didn't want it to look completely like that. I wanted the colors to be more floral and less that. But I think it just really is a nice CA, and it's inexpensive, and ta-da. So yep, there we go. We have all kinds of sparklies. The violet blue is sparkly, the green blue is sparkly, the cloud mix is sparkly, the gold is sparkly. The base color is not sparkly, and neither is the darker phthalo turquoise. So there we go. And you know the drill. I'm off to live my life, and I'll see you when this is dry. Okay, here are the dry results of my Arteco Floetrol experiment. Now I want y'all to look at this. This is nuts, man. I thought that it was pretty shiny with the Nick Pro. This stuff is outstandingly shiny. I really think this turned out very well. I am so pleased. I am pleased with the difference in this corner where I had the spray paint and this corner where I do not. You can tell a big difference. I love the colors. I love this gold branch work that I did. I just think that is so pretty. I like the effects. I like the depth of color. I like the way the colors played together. I am just a pretty big fan of this painting. That makes me very happy. And I would like to know what you think of it. What do you think of it? Do let me know. I just think it's really nice. And before you go, I'd like for you to make sure that subscribe button is pushed. And give me a thumbs up. And give me a comment. I'm so sorry. I'll get back to you. I always do. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Let me know what you think of this one. And I will see you next time. Have a great week. Bye.